Working on an 03 CRV 2.4 liter. I think the same engine is used in a few other models. We're doing a knock sensor and third clutch pressure sensor on the transmission. So first thing you do is take the splat shield off. There's a 10mm head screw on each corner and then a bunch of plastic push pins, 2 up on each side out here by the wheel wells, a couple more along the middle. These were all busted off except for the 2 corner ones up here on the ends. So get that guy off and out of the way. Your pressure sensor for the transmission is this guy right here. And this one's already replaced. This is the new sensor. Squeeze the little tab, pull the connector off, put a 7/8 wrench right up in here onto the sensor, pop it off. When you pull the sensor, a little bit of fluid will drip out, so you can pull it off, put your finger over it while you get the other sensor on, or just let it dribble. It's not going to leak a huge amount. And then the knock sensor is over here on the front of the engine, and you can't really see it because it's behind this wire harness. But there's this little shiny guy right here. Hopefully you can see the shiny part there. The connector is right there. It's a similar connector. You squeeze a little button, and depending on the position, how, as it's threaded in, the squeeze button could be on the bottom, the top, left or right. Find the little squeeze button, press it in, and there's not much room to work in there. To press it and pull the connector out is pretty difficult. So what I did was use this long screwdriver. It's, I don't know, a little over a foot long. Doesn't have to be that long, but longer the better somewhat. Put the screwdriver underneath the connector, squeeze the little button with one hand, and then with the other hand, rotate the screwdriver to pop the little connector loose. And use a 1 1/16 socket, just a regular old Craftsman socket on a 1/2-inch drive ratchet, and come in behind this big tube. You can put your socket right up in there and pop it loose. Probably the hardest part is threading the new sensor in, because it's kind of up at a slightly upward angle, and all I could do was get 2 fingertips on it. So I basically held it by the connector, got it onto the hole, and then just kind of walked it around like this until it started threading. And then you can spin it in a little more easily till it bottoms out, and then put your wrench on it, give it a little snug. I don't know the torque spec for either of these. I doubt it's horribly critical. I just made them fairly snug. Using this ratchet, you've got a fair bit of leverage on it, so you don't want to go crazy. Just kind of snug it up so it's secured. And same with the pressure sensor. I'm sure there's a torque spec. You could probably find it. I just used a ratcheting wrench right there, Craftsman, and just snugged it. Check it, once you get it on there, fire the car up, make sure there's no transmission fluid leaking, and you should be good to go. This is the Honda pressure switch. There's, I believe, 2 different pressure switches. This one is for third clutch. It's on the front of the trans. I believe there's another one towards the top or rear of the trans. That's a different one. This is what they gave me. Hopefully it is the correct one. For the knock sensor, and that part was, I think it was 80 bucks at the dealer. 80 or 89, 80 something. And then for the knock sensor, the dealer price was 130 bucks. I went to O'Reilly and bought this Import Direct brand knock sensor. It was $53 P03, I believe. And there's your part number on that. I believe that should be it. A lot of the videos I watched for doing that transmission switch talked about doing it through the top, taking out the battery tray, I believe the air box. It was kind of involved. I eyeballed this before starting on it, and I'm pretty sure that just pulling off the air tube and the top lid, I would be able to get my hand down in there, pop that thing out from the top nice and quick. Since I had to do the knock sensor anyways, and that you have to take the splash shield off to get to that guy, there was no point in trying to do it from the top. But I'm pretty darn sure you take just the air hose and the top cover off the air filter, pretty sure you can get down in there and change that sucker. It's kind of hard to see on my phone camera here, but oh, there it is. Yeah, it's in view. You got this wire running, or this thing running right across the middle of it, but it is that guy right there. There's the wire and there's the sensor body. So pretty sure you could do it from the top.